Committee, and unfortunately Karen couldn't be here today, so I guess it falls to me to stand up here on the podium. When Teresa asked us to do this, it was a new thing. We didn't have it was a blank sheet of paper, so we had to come up with the text to fill that piece of paper, deciding what the criteria should be for the application, what materials would need to be submitted, and what we would use to select the winner among the applicants. But it is one of the stated purposes of the Association of Bookmobile and Outreach Services to contribute to the education and training of library staff working in the area of bookmobile and outreach services. So in order to live up to that purpose, to that goal, having this scholarship, I think, really is a key thing. It puts our money where our mouth is and really gives meaning to that statement. As Teresa said, Dr. Barnard Vavrek was a professor of library science, just retired. He was also chair of the department at Clarion University. And for a long, long time, he, along with John Phillip, who I saw is here somewhere today, yes, right here, when I started in bookmobiles, they were the guys behind the conference. It was John Phillip and Dr. Vavrek who were just the pinnacles of what went on at this conference. It was at that time the Great America Bookmobile Conference, is that correct? And then recently ABOS has, and Clarion University was also the organization behind it in terms of the major sponsor. And John, if I have any of this wrong, please correct me, because I'm still pretty new at this, and you've done it. So before or after, feel free to speak up. But you know, as somebody new to the profession of outreach, Dr. Vavrek was just somebody you could turn to. He had such experience both working with people coming to the conference and on the academic end, and just such a deep, sincere, and long-lived commitment to our branch of librarianship. So it's a great honor for us to be able to recognize that through this scholarship. The amount of the award is $1,000, so it's not a trivial amount. Those of you like me who suffered almost penniless through graduate school know how much of a difference that can make. The eligibility requirements we came up with were that somebody had to be either currently attending or admitted into a graduate degree program in a library or information science degree program at an ALA accredited library school, must be maintaining a grade point average of 3.0 or better, and they must demonstrate an interest in outreach or bookmobile librarianship. And so we developed an application form that needed to be filled out and required that, plus a personal narrative and 2 letters of reference. And since this was new, and we didn't have a lot of ways to publicize this, really the only way it was publicized was on the listserv. We weren't sure if we were going to get any applicants or any qualified applicants. And up until the last week, we had just 1 applicant, and it was a strong application, and so we were happy with that. But then at the end, we got 6 more, and we were elated that they were all very strong applicants. I don't know if any of the applicants are here today. I haven't gone through the attendee list. But if you applied, know that we were blown away basically by all the applications. Any one of them, had they been the only applicant, we would have been happy to recognize them and to help them financially with their education. So that was the good news. It was also the bad news in that it was very hard to pick one single applicant. This is my 2nd scholarship committee, and it's really rewarding, but it is really difficult because you kind of want to take the money and divide it up and give a little bit to everybody. But that's not the way it works. But we did select a winner, a name that will be known to many of you who are on the listserv. We're happy to announce that Bo Kinney is the